What's going on, guys? This is Justin with Technical Gamer, and today we're going to play some, well, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is running on a bunch of different mods on the Dolphin emulator, so I'm actually using a Dolphin emulator 4.58, and it's a Ishiiruka's build. It's by a really talented programmer by the name of Tino, and he made a few different modifications to the emulator. And I'm also using a HD texture pack by Victor Rosa. So this is the opening of the game, and obviously, and that's Link there sitting at the Ordon spring with Russell. It's kind of the blacksmith of sorts. This game has a really heavy theme on Twilight and dusk, so that's why the opening parts of the game here is kind of at sunset with a lot of orange hues. You see that a lot in the game, especially early on. Gives the game a very warm look to it. Even with all these modifications, it's still true here. So I'm going to play through the game. I'm going to try to section it out similar to the way it was done in the official guide, the hardbook guide, if you guys have ever seen that. Try not to keep the videos too long. I'm editing my playthrough to kind of get all the highlights and get the cinematics. So I kind of get the best feel for the game. I'm not going to be 100% completionist on the playthrough, but I'm going to get most of the stuff, at least most of the important things. Maybe not all the hard pieces, but you won't see me just freely play through it. I'm gonna edit it out and try to get the best parts. The opening scenes here in Twilight Princess are kind of known to notoriously be kind of long. There's a lot of tutorial sections and a lot of slow pacing, and I've cropped that down to about 30 minutes. That took about an hour and a half, if not a little longer. So it should keep the pace up. So they were in the woods, hanging out, doing something. Maybe they were fishing, I'm not sure. So he's hanging up his horse for the day. That's Colin, that's Russell's son. And that is Ilya taking Epona.
Hey!
They ain't listening to me lately. That guy's kind of a klutz. He doesn't know how to wrangle these goats, much less run a farm. He relies on Link to get all the stuff done. So I cut into, I'm in the spring now. Headed towards the spring, just outside the town. Where Ilya's taking Epona to get washed up because she feels we're just too rough on the horse. So man, does this game clean up really, really well. If you don't make all the modifications I've got done to it, or at least some modifications, and you just play it straight off the Wii or the Wii U, it's still a fairly pretty game, but it's showing its age a lot. Especially in the texture work and the lighting. It's just really aged looking. And I can't wait to see what Nintendo does with the official Twilight Princess HD port that's coming out next year. March 2016, I think. But it kind of enticed me to try these modifications. So I think I'm running 3 times internal resolution with all kinds of stuff. Let's see, I got per pixel specular lighting, I've got SSAO, I've got some depth of field going on, I've got some tone mapping, I've got FXAA, I've got 2x anisotropic filtering, I'm sorry, along with the HD texture pack, again by Victor Rosa. And all these mods, most of these mods, especially the specular lighting, is done by the Ishiiruka build in Dolphin by Tino. I'll put links in the description for you guys if you guys want to try to run this version of Dolphin with this texture pack and play with the settings and try it for yourself. So it stutters a little here and there, you know, but 95% of the time it runs really well. And these textures are pretty true to the original. They're a little bit brighter than the original, and I kind of like that. I thought the original textures were a little too brown, a little too washed out. So I appreciate the color diversity here in the grass. It's a little bit greener, but it's mostly true to its source original. Just a little crisper, a little cleaner, more HD-er. There you go, that's a word, I made it up, HD-er. So what if I told you when you start a Zelda game, one of the coolest things you get to do is wrangle some goats? That's right, you've been waiting for this Zelda game forever and you're so excited to get it, and then one of the first things you get to do is, well, you do get to ride horseback, but you get to wrangle goats in a barn. Yay! And I'm pretty sure you do have to do this to continue. The early parts of the game are very linear. You have to follow a very specified path with these NPCs to kind of move forward. And I hope that they kind of address some of these issues in the HD port. That maybe you don't have to do the goats, like you don't have to put the goats in the barn. Because honestly, it's just like, okay, it's mini games, and you're just starting the game, and you're just like, I want to get a sword and I want to kill shit. But no, you get to wrangle goats in a barn. Which you can do this mini game later to get a heart piece, but we're gonna skip past the mini game because, well, it's not all that great. So it's the next day. There you go. Yep, it's morning now. It's not so orange looking. It's a little bit brighter. We're inside Link's house. I guess he sleeps in a window or by a window on the floor because he's such a hard ass. He doesn't need a bed. He just sleeps on the floor. He's like, I don't give a shit. That's some of the texture work up close. You can actually make out some of the pictures there of Milo and Tylo and Epona painted on the wall, which if you try on the original Wii, you're not even going to be able to make them out. You can see the shapes of them, but you're not going to be able to see their faces or the details. So really good job on the texture work here, like the carpet, just everything, every little thing. The books, there's a goat painting there. You can really make everything out and see all the fine details. So great job by Victor Rosa there. Alright, we're back outside. I was looking around, still looking at stuff, so pretty. Big improvement over the original. Let's talk to the kids. Tyler really wants a slingshot. He's very ready to grow up. He wants a sword, he wants a slingshot, he's ready to go adventuring. they don't have the rubies to get the slingshot. Or like, give us some rubies, Beth. They really want that slingshot. They don't care about a water wheel. They want to shoot stuff. That's how I feel. So we're going to talk to the mayor here. Mayor, he kind of seems like a dummy too. Like, he's just lovable, gullible dummies. And Faron, he's let a goat out, so we got to help him out with the goat. Which, I cut away right there because I messed up like 3 times on the goat. But there you go. Take that, goat. We showed that goat what's up. That's a Charlie Brown walk right there. Look at the goat. He's like Charlie Brown walking away. He's like, oh, my life's terrible. Oh, there. You'll be alright. Alright, let's get to the first thing we gotta do once we're in the town here. This guy here, he's gonna tell us about the kitty cat. How the cat's staring at something. I think that's Beth's dad, actually. Don't suppose you're gonna catch a fish, do you? Ha ha ha, catfish. He made it funny. So he's kind of give us a hint that you can use some of that horseshoe-shaped grass to call animals or even call Pona. In this case, we can call a hawk, and we're going to do that in just a minute. Because Russell's wife is missing her baby basket that she made. Because this thieving, no good for nothing monkey has taken her basket. And we're going to use the hawk to get the basket back. Pretty cool mechanic. It's not used a whole lot in the game, but it's used a lot here in the beginning. I like it. It's like Link the Beastmaster. So I'm going to point out the monkey over there jumping and hollering. And send the hawk at him. And take the baby basket. Take it back. Yeah. Alright. I love that chime. That means we did a good thing. So Uli here, she's really happy we got her basket back for her baby. So she's going to very slowly walk to her house and get us something. So slow. So we're going to skip past all that. We got the fishing rod! So exciting. So now, still can't do swordplay yet. Now we're going to go fishing because that's exactly what you wanted to do in a Zelda game when you first start out, is go fishing. You have asked and they have answered, so we're going to do some fishing. So we're going to work our way over to where the kitty cat was and fish for fish. It's pretty easy. This is kind of like fly fishing, really. There's no crank to wheel it in. You just throw it out and wait for a bite. There you go. We got something. Pulling on the fish, which it's actually kind of fun fishing with the Wii remote. One of the better things about the Wii version is fishing's pretty fun. And he drops the fish. Link's like, what the hell? Cat stole my fish. Thieving cat. Hint Link's heroics as he solves minor daily problems. So now we're going to go into the shop and buy us a slingshot, because before she was too heartbroken to sell it to us because her kitty cat was missing. So now that she's okay, she's going to sell us a slingshot. Now we got enough rupees that we found by picking up rocks and looking in tall grass and jumping on tops of buildings. Now we're ready to take on evil. We have a slingshot. Watch out, Ganon. Now we're going to take care of another daily problem for the residents of Ordon Village. Going to take out the bee's nest. Maybe that was the best idea. Maybe it was not the best idea. The bees will chase after you. You have to quickly run away from them, get under something, go jump in the water. And then they give up. They're not too determined on killing you who destroyed their home. Yeah, so we took out the bee's nest. Which, now that we've taken out the bee's nest and solved his problems, we're going to go back to my house. And Russell has delivered something to the house. Now, just now notice that everybody in this town, and just like kind of like in Skyward Sword, they're all wearing that kind of, I guess, folded cloth over their waists. And this is something else you also do have to do in order to continue, is do some slingshot training with the kids, because they must see how the slingshot works, and you must comply. So, got to do some slingshot practice. They put all the work into putting all these targets up, so you're going to put them to use. So Milo and Talo and Beth. Talo and Milo, of course, are brothers there. Beth is not related to him. Just, I guess, hangs out with him. I don't know. Kabam! That's one heck of a slingshot to knock off a scarecrow's head. I mean, like, exploded. I would like a slingshot that does that. That would just be awesome. Alright, we're skipping past the rest of that. Now we're inside Link's house. We're gonna get our newfound treasure. Yeah. We got a wooden sword from Russell. And my emulator was glitching for a second. It's like, show me how to use the sword! Which you have to do, guys. You have to go through the sword practice with the kids again to continue on. Nintendo, please fix this, please. Let us skip past some of this stuff, okay? When you make the HD remake, like, just let us say no to these kids that have master powers over the game. So there we go. We showed them how to use the sword. Moving on. Our little wooden sword. It's like, I'll beat those monkeys up if they show up again. Those no good for nothing monkeys. Mischievous jerks. Come here, you! So there went Talo and Milo after the monkey. Which, before I go, I gotta smash the scarecrow's head in. Alright, so now we're gonna go on Epona, and I'm gonna do my best to very stylishly ride out towards them. Oh, I hit a tree, look at that. Don't drink and drive, kids. Now we're in Faron Woods. First time so far in the game. So pretty. Looking so good. Trust me, it looks a lot better than it used to. I'm gonna walk over all the tall grass and cut it down because we do run a lawn service on the side of saving the world, as almost every Zelda game. Alright, now let's go talk to this guy. This guy's gonna give us something cool. Yes, now we have a lantern. So now with the lantern, we're going to go into the cave so that we can now see in there. And we're also going to need it to get past some obstacles. We found Tylo's wooden sword, oh no! And with the dynamic, the specular lighting going on really shows off in here in the cave. Makes the game look a lot better. I must cut all the grass, guys. Gotta do it. It pays, okay? It pays. I'm gonna get you, Keese. Ha! First try. Working our way through the cave here. Cutting all the grass, because it's very important to cut all the grass. Gonna kill us a Deku Baba. Yeah, you gotta forgive me, guys. I'm still kind of getting used to the Wiimote controls. I've played this game forever, so I'm like flailing around my arms looking like an idiot. The spider web is the toughest spider web ever, so you must burn it with the lantern. You can't do anything else. Alright, now we're just outside the cave fighting some, I think it's bokoblins. Yeah, taking out some Deku Babas, some Keese, and some bokoblins. So this is where the action finally starts to pick up in the game. We could use our sword. As weak as it is, but still pretty effective in killing all the things. Slingshot works on the Keese too, but it tends to remove the lock on once you take one of them out. And so you have another one coming after you, you have to kind of recenter your camera and lock back on. So we're going in the cave on the west side of the area to first get treasure we need to keep going. Gonna murder some more bokoblins. Yeah, that's right. That's what you get. I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't. I think I'm using the slingshot. I don't know. I don't know. Get my treasure. Okay, it just kicks it open. Alright, we got a key. That's the biggest small key I have ever seen. Okay, seriously. Like, put that on your keychain. Alright, so if you light both stones there with lanterns, then, or with a lantern, get your first piece of heart. Yep. So we get our first piece of heart just using the lantern there. Pretty easy, pretty typical Zelda-ish puzzle solving right there. Gonna murder some more bokoblins now. We're on the northeast side of the map, working our way towards the Forest Temple. Now that we've got our key. Because somehow the bokoblins got past the locked door, but we still had to get the key. It makes sense. It's a video game. I love this bird shop. I can't remember the bird's name, but I love his shop. How it's kind of like an honesty program. You know, pay for what you need. And I think if you don't pay him, I think he comes after you and starts attacking you. So we're gonna be honest though. We're gonna get some lantern oil and we're just gonna pay him on the way out. Oh no, there they are! Die, bokoblins, die! You're no match for my wooden stick. That's right. I love how they blow up into dust. That's so cool. Alright, now we're gonna free these guys by kind of smacking at them. You'd think it would hurt them, but it don't. Yeah. We got Tylo free along with the girl monkey. So the monkey is actually a good monkey. Not really all that evil, just good. He's like, don't tell my father. Russell already knows though. He already found out. Colin went and told him. Some foreshadowing going on here. Russell's like, something's going on here. The woods just don't seem right. You know, there's these bokoblins trying to murder everybody when you go into the woods. Something's just a little weird. And you might even meet Princess Zelda. Ha 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 ha. So now when we're almost done in the village, we have to do more chores. We gotta do one more wrangling of those goats. I don't know if this was like the programmers like, we took forever to program this minigame, so you're gonna play it over and over and over again. But it sucks. I mean, you know, Nintendo, please fix this, please. Just let us just leave the ranch.
Hey.
More wrangling. This time there's more goats, so it's a little bit more difficult. And if you whip one of them too often, or you get too close to one of them and keep whipping them, they will flash red and come after you and knock you off your horse. So it's kind of annoying. So we're going to skip all that biz, and now we're done. We're done with our chores. Link's like, yay, I did it all. I passed the first part of the game. Ilia's like, what'd you do to her leg? There's no visible bruise, but you've hurt her somehow. You're pushing her too hard again, Link. No. Mayor's hilarious. Somebody just taking Link's stuff again. First the cat taking the fish. Now Ilia's just taking the horse. So now we're back over towards Link's house, and Tylo and Milo are standing guard. They don't want to let us through to the spring where Ilia's at. It's like, you're not getting through here. Let me borrow that wooden sword, and you have to let him borrow the wooden sword. Just kind of, you know, spoilers. You have to let him borrow the wooden sword. Yeah. He's gonna go show him. He's gonna go practice. Alright, now we're headed to the spring. Colin's stuck in there with Ilia. You're not getting Epona back. Forget it. Colin's like, sneak in from the back. Solid Snake style. While I distract her and convince her that you're still a good guy. That you were just trying to save the kiddos. Found some money. We're gonna go left. That's where you gotta go. If you go right, put you back towards the Link's house. He like brushes himself off. Like he has to be clean and pretty. Yeah, opponent prefers me over you, Ilya. Adventure's not too serious, so you can continue on adventuring and saving the world and delivering that sword to the Hyrule Castle. Oh shit! Those are moblins. They're checking her hand. Now, why would they be doing that? That guy's pretty cool looking. I like his big horns. And the Twilight Gate shows up. He's like, let's get out of here, guys. Like sleeping on the job again. Like, where'd Ilya go? It's like, oh shit, come back, Ilya. It's getting really dark. Getting really orange looking, really Twilight-like. What the hell? Ah, something got Link, pulled him in. What happened to him? Alright guys, thank you very much for watching my first part of the Twilight Princess HD walkthrough / guide / vlog / whatever. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and check back for part 2 very soon. Thank you.